Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is BrightOps, and welcome back to Shadows over Loathing. Well, last time we entered the Junk Heap and we're fighting the fairies. This room is positively swarming with fairies. There must be something pretty good over there, or at least something that fairies think is pretty good, which is an opinion you might or might not share. Alright. Let's see, what can we do? See, 3 slaves, so it's 3 random enemies. Alright. Do we still have that? No, we used up the batteries, it seems. You know what, screw it, let's reduce all enemies down a bit. Lowering all enemies' stats. Let's see. Don't quite have enough to kill you is a problem. Yeah, let's go with you. So you're dead. Okay, let's just go with gun. Inflicts some damage, why not? Here comes the suicide bomber. Yep. Rightio. Got to love the region. Let's see, can we... Well, let's see what we get. Well, we took a fairy out, so... to start. And there goes the twigs. Bastard. How dare you, sir? See, wackadoo, or... Yeah, let's get rid of the guy summoning additional enemies. And down goes the mushroom. You've won, now it's time to see what the hoopla was all about. See, fairy knife, wooden handle. See, and Shelby the turtle grew a bit stronger. Let's see, just seeing if there was any... Someone has thrown away a perfectly good giant novelty piggy bank. Sorry, piggy. Hey, whoever threw this out didn't take their money out first. Take their meat out first, so solid amount. Okay. So we've cleared out this way. Need to go this way. There's a whole flock of fairies here, all armed with rusty needles. It almost seems like they're practicing their fencing skills, but their fighting style is so chaotic it's hard to tell. Let's see. Well, we'll start there, and murder. I think Molly Nope, Molly Buttons gets to live. For the moment. Though Shelby might be in trouble. Nope, Molly Buttons is down. Right. Lethal. And hopefully, if we keep throwing some sleaze around, we will eventually wear down the herd. Or alternatively, we can heal ourselves up a bit. Actually, we don't need to, because... regen. Got to appreciate some regen. Let's see. Might as well just throw a knife at him, see what happens. You won. Hopefully a case of tinnitus is not part of the loot. Fairy wand, another knife. Fairy cake. To a fairy, this is a huge birthday cake. To you, it's a grisly reminder that you killed a fairy on its birthday. Increase your mysticality by 1 and the damage of your magical weapon attacks by 2. Until you eat something else. A foot from a big statue. That's how far you are away from this and what it is. Someone threw away an entire fence? Apparently. See, what did we eat? See, we could get ourselves some stench armor. But we need 50 to do it. Splatoon splatter. It's 2 additional targets. Hang on, filter food. Fairy cake. Sleaze armor, yep. Caked with magic, let's go. The old junkyard. A teetering stack of crates is holding up part of the ceiling here. Kick it. Let's see, the trash has collapsed into an unsafe staircase-like heap. That is extremely lucky. Oh, Buck, over here. Oh, there's a door here. Holy dang, someone threw away a perfectly good cow skull. These are rare as heck, considering that there haven't been any cows in this country for more than 30 years. Holy dang, let's see, got a mounted cow skull. It's always hard to tell whether this is one of One of these is part of a normal cow somebody killed for sport, or the entirety of a horrible floating cow skull somebody killed in self-defense. Let's see. The Geiger counter is going nuts. This must be the spot. Just beneath the surface, your shovel strikes the top of a crate. The Geiger counter continues its irritating clickery. You give the top of the old crate a mighty stomp and end up ankle-deep in compasses. It's better than being ass-deep in pankles, that's what you always say, haha. Anyway, enough jokes, you grab the least ruined-looking compass. You also breathe a sigh of relief as you turn off that annoying Geiger counter. Now back to the lighthouse. Let's see, none of the older ones look to be of value. Let's see, was there any other... Let's see. Actually, yes, there is. Let's see. The tides are going, but let's fish in it first. Let's see. Huh, toilets usually don't have fezzes in them. Let's see, what kind of decadent society creates the conditions in which ordinary folks will just brazenly flush fezzes down the toilets? I am happy to... Hats. Yep, add the tentacle skin. Comfy lineup. Let's see. Yep. Say do max 5 yep. We have the fez. The fez is good. Let's see. Really should get a plumber out here. Probably. An inviting tub of piping hot water. Piping hot and clean water. Your brain is insisting that this is impossible, and the rest of your body is yelling at it to shut up. You take off your clothes behind the privacy of this narration box and slide into the tub. Your aches, pains, and various worries drift away in the luxurious stream. Splish, splash, You sigh, delighting in the ways your sigh causes the steam to blow around. You continue to relax in the tub until the water stops being hot. You gain half bath. Oh, nice. Reluctantly, you leave the tub and dry yourself off with a towel you find in a nearby pile of trash before putting your clothes back on. Ah. Okay. So stats up, I guess. Let's see, what was behind door number... Let's see, this wall is trash is riddled with fairy tunnels. So we can hit the bell and stir up some angry fairies. Alright, before we forget... Books. Stench armor. Not right now, so that means we can dig through. Trash-soaked pants, so increases... Congratulations, the worst pair of pants you could have ever imagined. Yay! Let's see, wish you could afford better pants, so increases the meat drops. Well, to the lighthouse. You push through the woods and into a small clearing and discover a group of 3 vampires, because apparently these aren't allowed to discover. You aren't allowed to discover anything good in any of these clearings. Well, I say 3 vampires, but there's 1 vampire, 1 bat, and one small cloud. So it could just be a vampire, her pet bat, and the leftovers of a bean lunch. I assure you, we are all 3 vampires. Oh crap, she heard me. You know what? Talk to him. What's the deal here? Are you demonstrating the vampire evolutionary line or something? What? You know, like the bats evolved out of the cloud, and then the humanoid vampire evolved out of the bats? No, it's... Is a bat a caveman vampire? No, if anything, this is more like the 3 states of vampire matter. What? You know, Solid, liquid, and gas. Bats are a liquid? Look, the metaphor is not a perfect one. Are we going to fight or what? Yeah, let's fight. Alright. And smack. And everyone gets healed. Oh, I can... See, so you're immune to on fire. That's okay. If nothing else, he's gonna be dead before he gets to do his thing. You won. I wonder which one of them was Harpo. Let's see. Let's see. A vampire's metabolism won't possess real wine, but yeah. So that's a potion, which I guess is different from food. Let's find out. Food, potions. You drink the false wine. It doesn't taste like anything at all, which makes it difficult to produce a set of pretentious tasting notes. I will still manage. Talk to him. Hello again. You find that old compass you were looking for? I sure did. Here, what do you think? Could use a polish, but it seems to be in good condition. Alright, I'll swap you. Let me get this old Geiger counter back from you too. You got Curse Compass. This compass always points towards the evil version of North. Thanks. Yep, no problem. Get along now. I got a lot of important nothing to take care of. Let's see, there was... I remember there being some hobo sign somewhere that we could... Well, we'll go visit the museum, it's new. You see a familiar-looking person heading towards you on the path. As you get nearer, you realize that the reason he looks so familiar is because he looks exactly like you. Again. Approach. Hi, are you a clone or is it a time paradox or what? Turns out it's a time paradox, I guess. Wow, crazy. I agree. High five. The two of you, literally speaking, exchange another friendly high five. Oh, well, I guess it's just the first one again. 5 experience. Okay, well, I should get going. Yeah, me too. Good luck. Yeah, me too. Huh? Oh, haha. I'll have to remember that one. You did. The Sandwich Museum. The village of Sandwich was home to a terrifying witch cult until all the inhabitants were convicted and executed in witch trials in 1692, and the village stood empty and uninhabited for hundreds of years. Come explore the town and learn more. This house was the residency of the Danforth family. Step inside to learn more. Let's see, let's go do some fishing. You reel in a pair of old shoes. Saddle shoes. Ride the ground like a horse. They're called saddle shoes because, like a saddle, they're worn directly underneath the butt. Keep the fishing coming. You managed to reel in something. Baseball. The smell of fresh cut grass, the billowing of the peanut cellar, and the crack of this bat ball against the skull of your rival. Respect. Nice, you caught a penny loaf eel. You tossed it in your sack. It looks like you've got everything that was here. This trough may have been used to bathe human sacrifices before the ceremony. We don't have any evidence of that, but it seems possible. We actually use this well for water, so please don't throw meat into it. Let's see. We're just reeling in cash. Heh. Gain more meat. Let's see, there's the meat on the hook. It looks like we've got everything that was here. Putnam House, which partially burned down under extremely witchy circumstances. Let's see. Shelves laden with identical jars of off-white stuff. The Danforth residence has been converted into a gift shop for your convenience. Why not take home a jar of the sandwich cream that was the village's chief export, besides witchcraft? Huh. A black cat is staring glumly at an empty dish labelled, Here cat. Let's see, an elderly woman smiles from behind the counter. Let's see, rubbing paper. The special piece of paper is making rubbings of historical graves and such like that. Thanks to enhancements in rubbing technology, you don't need any charcoal or anything. Okay. Sandwich cream. This condiment purports to be the perfect topping for any sandwich, but the ingredient list suggests that it's just old, congealed cream. Fill the dish with sandwich cream. You fill the dish with the thick cream and Hey Cat starts going to town on it. New cat unlocked. You can now pet your cat to receive a boon. Yep. Your cat's boon. You stroke her silky black fur. Hillcat's blessing will protect you if anybody tries to burn you at the stake. Beautiful. Let's see, anything hidden behind the shelves? Nope. Also, just shoes. Oh god, the shoes are insane. Yeah, let's go back to the boots. I prefer the boots. Let's see. Everything in this house was destroyed by fire except these two objects, which were found concealed inside a metal box. It's an antique rag doll on display here, and a plinth with an old book. The security guard is keeping a close eye on things in here, which honestly isn't very difficult since there's only two. This ragdoll has a bunch of old pins and needles stuck into it, and for some reason has the word boring embroidered across its front. The little plaque on the front of the plinth says, witches frequently use special dolls, called poppets, to curse their enemies. This one was apparently made to target a Mr., Mrs. or Mrs. or Miss Boring, though no one of that name is listed in the town records. And then in tiny text at the bottom of the plaque, the pins were not found in the poppet, but were added for demonstration purposes. Interesting. Old book in it. It appears that someone's diary. Oh yeah, the little description on the front of the pip says Diary of Delilah Putnam. So that confirms that. Mostly doesn't look interesting except to be worth deciphering the antique handwriting and spelling, so you flip ahead to the last page. 6th of March, 1692. Ugh, I hate that Pete Proctor so much. He thinks he can just go around being as mean as he wants to everybody, just because he has lots of money and lives in a big house and all. I should have used a much stronger curse, it would have been worth the trouble. Let's see. Whoops. Let's talk to him. Hello. Hi, welcome to the Putnam House. Please don't touch the exhibits. Ask him about him. Excuse me, dupe. Sorry, sir, I just get paid to stand here and keep an eye on things. I don't actually know anything about the exhibits. Uh-huh, guess that won't work. Sandwich Church still also served as an... Let's see, as a to-do town hall, courtroom, racquetball court, and dark sorcery place. In 1692, the inhabitants of Sandwich were executed in the witch trials that were popular at the time, as evidenced by this old signpost announcing one such trial. The sign is written in rough black wax. Today is the trial of Patricia Williams, who stands acute. The rest of the sign is too withered and decayed to read. alright. The altar where the town's witches perform their horrifying sacrifices. Note the bloodstains. An old and dilapidated church altar. There are some brown splotches on the corner that could possibly be bloodstains. Let's see, anything hidden behind the pews? Doesn't seem like it. Nice gazebo. The signs read, Sandwich Gazebo. Vagrants not welcome. That's not very friendly. Let's see, a little cemetery behind the church. Traces of strange plant matter in these tubs prove that they were used for brewing all kinds of horrible potions. You look at the tub, but don't see any unidentifiable traces of plant matter. Guess you'll have to take the sign's word for it. The wealthy Proctor family owned the biggest and most conveniently toilet-adjacent house in the village. Let's see. This chessboard has clearly been left out on display as an allegory for the battle between good and evil. Black is winning, representing a warning for all good-hearted people to be vigilant against the encroaching forces of darkness. Okay. These dried fronds are of no historical sufficient significance. This Ares appear. Check the footnote. It has been pointed out to us that this Ares is unlikely to have been manufactured in the capital of the... Okay, hold on. Appears to depict several important ancestors of the Proctor family line, though due to the low resolution of embroidery used at the time, it's impossible to discern exactly who. It has been pointed out to us that this Ares is unlikely to have been manufactured in the capital of the Pas de Calais department of northern France, and therefore is merely a sparkling tapestry. Okay. There is no plaque on this table. It must have always been boring. According to the county records, these were the most expensive stairs in the county. They go up a full 1.5 floors. Huh. These stairs just keep going till they hit the wall. Seems like rich people have always always had weird taste. The upstairs rooms are off limits while we catalogue the contents. Please pardon our dust. This bedroom was traditionally given to servants, as it was felt by the Proctors that it would be less of a tragedy if they got up in the middle of the night and fell down the stairwell. Mrs. Proctor's bedroom was especially off limits while we figure out how to deal with the strange mold we found behind the wallpaper. Mr. Proctor's bedroom, home to the county's most expensive collection of caveats. This was the bedroom of Peter Proctor, the only child of Nicholas and Abigail Proctor. This was the Proctor's spare room, where they kept spares of all the expensive things they owned. This room is not part of the tour, and is also not part of the house. Okay. Back down to the first floor. So seemingly nothing of real interest here. Sandwich boasts of the county's very first triopulate outhouse. Please do not attempt to use it, it is very old. See, an old-fashioned 3-seat outhouse. You don't have any interest in investigating the area downward of this outhouse. Well, to the cemetery. Welcome to Sandwich Cemetery. Please be respectful of the graves. Also check out how many of them were terrifying witches who were executed in the witch trials of 1692. Peter Proctor died 1680, date 1692. Wait, birth 1680, date death 1692. He was a doodlehead until the very end. Beatrice Proctor, 1633 to 1691. Abigail Proctor, 1659 to 1692. Eliza Proctor, 1632 to 1689. Nicholas Proctor. Let's see, birth dates, birth 1656, death 1886. What the heck, he lived to be 230 years old? Proctor, a town founder. Let's see, 1582 to 1644. This tomb skirt is engraved with hobo code. The code reads, Hollow Tombstone, possible treasure. You check inside the stone and there is indeed some treasure. Satchel's lucky hat. This thing has a solid gold hat band, and there's a tag inside that says property of Satchel Duggins, but help yourself if you find it in a hollow tombstone or something. Increase the meat drops. Let's see, John Putin. Let's see, 1656, 1692. Let's see, John Joseph. Let's see, 1631. Millicent, 1692. Let's see, it's covered in lichen. Let's go. Take all the correcting moss and collect Eldritch Mist. Let's see. The world is full of vapors. Most of them are benign, but some of them are terrifying. This is the terrifying kind. And Julia Putin. Okay. Thomas Danworth. Let's see, 1680 to 1692. Thomas Clarence, 1692. Theresa. There's more space in that direction, but there ain't any more graves. There doesn't seem to be anything else here. Nothing that way but empty parking lot. Wait, how do we leave? Alright, map. See, is there anything we're missing? Hey, this is the fairies. Ain't got in this many fights in the ages. What, you don't do a lot of fighting in the mob? Well, they're all wet. Always giving me an earful, shooting out the place is bad for business, blah blah blah. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. Okay. Well, my alarm just went off. Let's see, there was one... Was it the distillery? Like there was some hobo code. Translate, here we go. The code reads, be careful not to drop your handkerchief in this barrel. Huh, you reach in the barrel to see if someone ignored the advice. They did. So, stench armor. Okay, almost certainly empty. It kind of is. Let's see. I'm curious. Let's see, you see a faded billboard advertising some kind of crystal shop. We'll come back to it. I just want to check something first. Let's see, can I rent the last one? Okay, pay him. The Sandwich Museum. Huh, they've already got a pretty state-of-the-art toilet facility there, but, well, never hurts to have a backup, I suppose. Alrighty, I'll get the pit dug tomorrow and have the outhouse finished the day after. What else can I do for you? What do you have for sale? Okay. Take that. Grab a melee weapon. And potentially stuff for the hat. Actually, I think we're good. Let's see what happens. Now that we've gone to the Sandwich Museum. Ah, nuts, hold the line, I stepped in some kind of weird mushrooms. Ah, spores all over my good dancing shoes, for crying out loud. Dancing as in actually dancing, or as in a back alley shootout? Why did I want a different pair for each? They aren't that dissimilar. She wipes the spores over her high heels with a leaf and hands it to you as though you know what to do with it. Let's see, increase your mysticity by 1 and the damage of your magical attacks by 3. Okay, this outhouse has another one of those time portals in it because it's apparently impossible for us to make a game that doesn't include a blatant Day of the Tentacle reference. Village of Sandwich. Welcome to Sandwich. Don't break the laws. The law, please. Well, we're going to investigate what the Village of Sandwich has to offer in a little bit. Until next time, my name is Bright Ops. Take care.